Hello everyone, I'm Robert Wickham and welcome to Salesforce World Tour Sydney. Today's a very exciting day. We're announcing the Trailblazer Fund here in Australia, and to help us talk about that, I've got Matt and Rob from Salesforce Ventures and Kim from Arxxus. Let's start with you, Matt.
All right.
Tell us a little bit about Salesforce Ventures. What's the story behind Salesforce Ventures?
So Salesforce Ventures, it's the strategic investment arm for Salesforce. And by strategic, we invest in the most innovative companies all around the globe. We work with them, we partner with them, we help accelerate the growth of those business. But really in the end, we're trying to deliver all of that innovation to our customers, and that makes both the companies we invest in and both Salesforce really successful. We've invested in over 240 companies. We've been very fortunate to invest in companies that have gone on to go public, such as Twilio and Dropbox and companies like MuleSoft. We're really excited to be here.
Excellent. So yesterday, we announced the Trailblazer Fund for Australia.
Yes.
Just explain what that is and what that means to the local ecosystem.
And maybe even some context. So I was here 3 years ago, and we did our initial scouting tour. We've been investing here for about 5 or 6 years. We came here 3 years ago to really boots on the ground and look and see what the startup ecosystem looked like. And after having made some investments, Rob was here last year at World Tour. We've just been really impressed with the number of startups that are here, the innovation that we're seeing, and so we figured it was time to make a formal commitment and earmark the $50 million to invest in the local ecosystem, and we wanted to move someone here permanently to manage it. Rob was the first hire that I'd hired on the ventures team, so we're bringing our most experienced and best to spearhead this effort, so we couldn't be more excited.
Very cool and very excited. Let me go to Rob next. Rob, you've, as Matt said, have moved here. Tell us a little bit about what that means for you, and more specifically, as you look into the ecosystem, what are you looking for investable companies?
Definitely. So, we're really excited about the Australian ecosystem. I think last year over $1 billion was invested into the region, so it's definitely growing, one of the fastest growing areas of investment. And I think we're really looking to bring this similar model to what's worked well in the US and EMEA, to partnering with great enterprise cloud companies in the region. I think in terms of what we're looking for, there's usually 4 key buckets we like to look for. I think first is strategic to Salesforce. How are they working with our customers? How are they making them successful? We look to our customers to understand what are the key priorities for them. I think second is kind of unique growth and kind of traction in the region. So, we're looking for companies that are exceptionally scaling and growing without our investment dollars already. And then I think third is an ambition from being global from day one. So we want companies that are focused on not only APAC, but broader, a vision to go global. And then I think fourth is kind of, a unique talent base and management team. We want to make sure we're investing in the right people, that their values are aligned with ours, and that they're able to scale and hire the right talent in order to grow the business.
Great. And how long have you been in Australia now?
So I landed last Friday, so a couple days, still settling in, trying to get my feet wet still, but really enjoying it, and it's been a great welcome so far.
Soon you're going to have the accent. You're going to be saying good day.
I don't know if I'll have the accent, but no, really enjoying it. It's been great experience so far.
We're delighted to have you here.
Thank you.
Kim, CEO of Arxxus. Now, Arxxus is one of the first portfolio companies, first investments made here in Australia. Tell us a little bit about Arxxus, and then maybe share what the investment at Salesforce has been, what difference that has made to the business.
Yeah, well, Arxxus has been going since 2009, so and it's now the largest independent Salesforce SI in the Asia-Pac region. So the relationship we were funded both in 2012 and in 2016, and that's very key as part of our growth journey. So some of the benefits for businesses on this trajectory are alignment. So we worked very closely with Salesforce and continue to do so. We are, our value proposition is uniquely ours, but the association with Salesforce at very key times has meant that we can continue to be innovative, and that results in some incredible kind of solutions for our customers, high success with regards to their outcomes. So the second thing for us is that investment has allowed us to propel our growth quite rapidly. So 68% cumulative average growth rate in the last 3 years.
Wow.
So, and that will continue to expand. Our growth story will continue to enrich as we face the Indian market directly, Asia, and then, as you say, we have aspirations to be global. So the last thing is that when you get capital injection like that, it allows you to invest in your people. So Arxxus really does, it has 500 certifications across a team of 150. So that's internationally the highest per capita as far as the certifications go, and that's something that we want to continue to invest in, continuous learning, because what that does, and you were saying quite frankly, is that allows our team to be technically at their best. And to ensure that we bring people into the ecosystem, we also invest the monies that we were provided in bringing new talent in. So we don't take it from the ecosystem, we build it into. So we have an Arxxus University where we take the brightest minds within the university campuses and we train them from a case study point of view over 3 intensive months and then deploy them on our engagements. So that fuels our growth. So, you know, we continue to, of course, any company that grows has issues with capacity and we make sure that we build our own. So.
And how has the partnership with Salesforce and Salesforce Ventures been for you at Arxxus?
We love it. I mean, it's across all levels of our organisation. We've had a close relationship with Rob, and that has been pivotal to the business as we continue to engage not only with our partner account managers and also with Charles Woodall, but also with the account executives. They can't, I guess, in some respects, understand our offering unless we spend a lot of time with them. And also, we spend a lot of time working with Salesforce to ensure that we're delivering things that make them successful as well. So it's a partnership. It's a very close association. So
great. Well, this is exciting news. I'm sure many of the founders and startups out there are chomping at the bit trying to figure out how to connect with Salesforce Ventures. What advice, and this is an open question to all three of you, what advice would you offer to founders out there as they think about engaging the Trailblazer Fund and looking to join the portfolio?
Yeah. I'm happy to start.
Yeah.
So the advice we often give is, it's the advice we give anyone when you're going to them, whether it's a customer or pitching someone for an investment, is put yourself in their shoes and come to them with a value proposition and how can we work together? How can, and having an understanding of Salesforce and the Salesforce products and how by working together we can create a solution that's going to be mutually beneficial for our customers, because in the end, if you come with that mindset, both Salesforce and the company that we invest in are going to be most successful. So that's really one of the first things, the first pieces of advice I give any startup coming to the Ventures program.
Kim, from the other side of the table, from your perspective, what advice would you give founders?
Yeah, I think you have to have a very clear strategy and really understand your unique value proposition, so that when you start to build capacity, it's not spread out all over the place. You really have to understand, where your strengths are and really aim at those. Otherwise, the message just becomes cluttered and it's not effective. And then, again, stay very closely aligned with Salesforce and really, keep that engagement very tight so that you actually then can continue to be successful.
Rob?
Yeah, I think to add to that point, we see a lot of founders initially early on get spread too thin across many different strategies and kind of areas to lead the business. You want to be hyper-focused on kind of a goal and set targets for the business and really double down on that. But to Matt's point, the first angle and lens that we're always looking for in startups is that strategic lens. How is it strategic to Salesforce? How are they working with our customers? What is the joint value prop that we're delivering on top of that? And so that's really what we're focused on. And then lastly, we're investing in people. And so we want to make sure that their values, their culture is really aligning with Salesforce, and that we're investing in passionate people who are really growing kind of a global business.
Great. Well, thanks again for joining us. Great to have you here. And
thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks,
there you have
thanks
it.
for having me.
Back to you guys.